This is the week to vote for your favorite chickadee book. So I'm going to be holding up each book we looked at and just opening it a bit to jog your memories because it's been a long time since we read some of these books. The first one is My Pillow Keeps Moving. It's a silly story about a dog. Remember about a dog and cat that were out in the cold and trying to find a home? So the dog, let's find a page where the dog pretended that he was a footstool, and the dog pretended that he was, what was the first thing? Oh, a pillow. So the man took the dog home. And remember how good a dog is at being a pillow? But that's how the dog and the cat got a good, safe home out of the cold. I Need All of It was a story about a boy who collects treasures. And he had a pile of treasures in his pocket. And each time his father pulled out a treasure, the boy had a great story to go with it. And we talked about how people have lots of collections of things. Look at all the collection he has in his room. Geraldine was a story about a giraffe that moved from Giraffe City to a city where Geraldine was the only giraffe at the school. But Geraldine figured out how to make friends, and they had a disco party at the end. Julian is a Mermaid is about a boy who lives near Coney Island, somewhere in New York, and Julian's favorite animal is a mermaid. And this was my favorite page right here, where he imagined what it would be like to be a mermaid. And his abuela ended up going to Coney Island for a sea parade at the end of the story. Girl Running is a story about Bobby Gibbs and the first woman to run the Boston Marathon before women were allowed to run the marathon, and how it took a while, but she got the rules changed, and they even put names of some of the women winners in the grass right there. So this one is a biography. Can I Be Your Dog is another story about a homeless dog, but this guy's pretty smart because he writes letters to people in the neighborhood to try and find a home. And it is the letter carrier who carried all the dog's letters who adopted the dog, and he finally got a home. Found is another story about finding and losing pets. This girl lost her pet and then spies a new one and brings the new one home only to find out that someone else is missing the puppy. And it's all about making decisions and giving pets new homes. The Very Last Castle is the one I read to you last week, about a castle in the middle of town where no one goes in and no one comes out until Ib figures out a way that the castle gets opened up and the knight gets friends and the townspeople get to enjoy the castle. Up in the Trees is about the boy who didn't like to hang out in buildings and in school, and he kept building tree houses in Central Park. It's a true story, and I'll open it up to the biggest and best treehouse he made. Remember, it had 5 levels and a bridge, and he liked to sleep up there. And when he was finally caught by the park people, they offered him a job. And so he now cares for trees in Central Park and other places in New York City. And then last but least is Inky. This one I read to you last week about the octopus that gets caught in a lobster trap and taken to an aquarium and escapes again. I forgot to show you on the back. There's a real picture of Inky right there. Mrs. McInerney is going to provide a link for you guys to vote, and I can't wait to see which one was your favorite. Take care. Bye.